Traders, hi, and happy start of the week. Now, what I'm going to do here is it's going to be a two-part thing. I've got my demo account chart up here, and what I'll also do is do a Q&A. Sean, a viewer of the channel, and I appreciate the question, shot me an email, and essentially, apologies about the noises. Well, we've got Telstra out here. If you're from Australia, Telstra is a service provider for telecommunications, and it looks like they're doing some sort of, hopefully I'm getting fiber optic. So if you're not from Australia, the NBN is a national broadband network, and yes, so not all residents have fiber optic internet to the house, and mine's an older house, so it's a renovated property, so I won't be getting it from the node. Not directly to the house, I don't think. I'm not sure of the exact details, but maybe up to 100 megabytes a second. Currently, I get, not on average, but peak would be around probably 2 megabytes a second. So, welcome to Perth, welcome to Australia. This is what it's about, slow internet. We're a developed country, though, apparently. So, anyway, enough ranting for me. Sean, I appreciate your question, and you were just asking, obviously, I mentioned that I'm a part of the Walter Peters Naked Forex Now forum, and that he's into, naked trading means, there's no indicators on the chart. I mean, you might have a moving average, but obviously that doesn't actually mean, for example, if this was to cross over, you'd immediately take a trade. That's not how he operates. So what he teaches is obviously it's more price action. So it's the structure of the candles, it's reading, the price action at a granular level as well. And I just want to explain why I use, because it seems counterintuitive. Obviously, I'm learning from Walter, and I've got the bands, I've got the Bollinger Band. So it's no longer a double Bollinger Band. This is just a Bollinger Band. It's a 2 standard deviation, and the midline here is a 20-day moving average that's incorporated. So I will use this. So it's obviously got to be above the midline to take a trade, and I thought I'd also do a watch list as well as the Q&A and just explain how I trade the system and why I use the Bollinger Band. So rewind to about October last year, James Kensington, an institutional trader, introduced the system, and he's taught quite a few traders. And the thing with the Bollinger Bands, it just helps read market flow and momentum. So this is still a trending system as well. I will take a swing trade, but that's more difficult to read because most of the time there are fake outs. But I wanted to bring up the USD yen. This is something I'm interested in. So it's a watch list. Obviously the 4-hour is trending nicely. Then I will refer to the high time frame, which is the daily. And to me, obviously, the daily is not, but this is enough of an uptrend to go, it's correlating enough to the 4-hour. If I was taking, if it was, for example, if it was just this, it might, the emergence of the trend is, to me, not sustained enough, and this is quite strong. And then when I look at again is, so I'll go here, is expansion of the bands, and that is just an indicator that there's a potential for a breakout. So that's what I look into it. Do I know the specifics about the bands and the mathematics and everything? No, I don't. I'm not into that. I just trade what I practice on Forex Tester 3, and that's what I bring into it. So the most important thing is obviously with the trend, and then the price action would be, so how I would play this is, so I'd have the stop loss down on the midline. An alternative, this is a 55-day moving average, and then that's a 200-day moving average. So what I'm also doing is just as an extra, just because I'm a novice trader, I like a few things just to make sure I'm on the right track. This has to be higher than the 200-day, so the 55 is higher than the 200-day moving average. So I might play a stop loss down here. And this would just depend, probably what I would do is, this is sort of appropriate because you zoom out and you can see, get my head out of the way, there's quite a lot of activity. So initially what will happen as a novice trader, such as myself, I found that my stop loss positioning when I took the position originally, first off, would be too tight. And then, that is, leads to you getting stopped out a bit too early. So you see, if I have the stop loss here, you know, it's just a little, there's, you know, just from this, there's a little bit of chop. So it's just like the tides of the ocean, you know, there's a bit of ebb and flow. So you've just got to understand that that's how you've got to play it. You've got to realize that things aren't just going to go shh, you know, they're going to whoosh up straight away. And they've shot off as well, so that's good. But I'll keep this video short. And how I'd play it is I'd wait for this candle to close, get the high, and then 10 pips above the high. So that currently the high is 114195. So I'd go 114205, and then maybe +2 for spread. So normally there's, you know, there's a 2 pip spread or so. Typically, maybe a 1 pip. I check that when I'm actually taking the trade, because you know it's what is it now? It's 12:40 in the afternoon, Perth time on Monday. But another concern is during the Asian session, and this just comes with experience, is that I'd probably wait until around, I think it would be 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock is when the next candle would close. So obviously this is going to close at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then 5 o'clock I'd wait, and then then the 9 o'clock candles, you know, nearly the start of New York session. So yeah, because sometimes what will happen is, what happens in the Asian session is the reverse of what will happen in London and New York. So, you know, I will take the trade later in the day. So I might set a pending order for, you know, 9 p.m. So I'm just checking to see what's going on and how the Asian session has played out. You know, 1 o'clock will give me a general idea. You know, if there's a slight retrace, maybe the trend will continue later on in the day. And then you've got 5 o'clock, and that's, you know, London's coming into play. It's been trading for a few hours, and then that gives you a good idea. If that's slow but upwards now, and then you can say, well, look, and you set the pending order. So it'd obviously be a buy stop for a buy, and that's how I'd sort of play it. So this is on the watch list as well. Also, the New Zealand yen. We will bring that up. New Zealand yen. Dude, hope everyone had a great weekend as well. Well, okay, so yeah, there's expansion. So yeah, this is on the watch list. New Zealand yen and USD yen. And Sean, I hope that answered the question. So James introduced to the forum with the indicator because he's found with his students that he's had, because he's taught quite a few traders. He's worth a lot of money, and he is part of the forum. So that's the beauty of the forum. You get a lot of people that have a great deal of experience trading for funds, for banks, you know, for superannuation. You know, they're obviously not doing it now, but they have. So they know the intricacies and how to read candles, and just in general when the most money floods into the markets, just from experience. So, but he just found that the bands it was like having training wheels. I mentioned in my email response, it's like having training wheels when you're learning to ride a bike. It just gives you an idea of, you know, how to read market flow, momentum, and obviously, well, the trend's easier to see. So, but you look for the very best setups as well, and this just helps with that. So New Zealand yen as a potential, I quite like this actually, honestly, because it's a little tighter. And obviously I'll be pursuing a 1R. But what I'm also finding is, you know, if we get about halfway and it starts retracing a little bit, I close out, you know. So my personality is trend trading, and I do like to capture. If it does go off on me and I'm in profit, you know, I like to take some profit. So I'll have a 1R, then I'll have another position at 1% where I'll do a trailing exit as well of 1R. Okay, Sean, I hope that helps. Everyone, thank you for your emails as well. I got a lot of activity on that Tim Sykes video that I put up about my first day. I'm still watching the penny stocking part 2 videos, and I'm also watching the Tim fundamentals as well. So I'm just trying to do at least an hour a day of that. All right, but thanks again, guys, for watching. Sorry about taking a little bit longer, but any questions, leave a comment, or my email is scott.andrews275@gmail.com. The other email that I have in the description section is scott@orion.co. I'm also an account manager for Orion Hedge Fund, and that will begin trading on the 2nd of August, and that is a managed account for forex. Mostly into forex, there is a little bit of futures, indices, some stock trading, But the current account that's up, minimum investment is $10,000 USD, 2% onboarding fee, and we take 30% monthly if we make money for you. Okay, so it's a high watermark. So let's say we make $100 for you on your account, which is very reasonable. We'll take 30%. Okay, so forexsignals.com also offer that service, but the expectancy is between 20 to 60% yearly returns, so it's not too bad, and very conservative trading, only 2% at risk per trade. Everyone that's involved is institutional grade traders, so the primary objective is to protect the equity. I understand skepticism. There's a lot of scams out there. Just type in forex on Google and it's ridiculous. So it's up to you. You can check out the website www.orion.co, and Orion is ORIION.co. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.